Otherwise, everything else is brilliant. I can't wait to drive at tracks like Vegas and Qatar, all the new stuff. The new Spain layout, oh my gosh. Yo guys, welcome to what I hope is going to be the first of many Breaking Point videos. Now, I haven't made much content on YouTube just yet on F123 just yet, but it is going to be coming in, and there's going to be a lot in the coming months, so keep an eye out for that. But yeah, we're going to go straight into Breaking Point first. Right, so I want to go into, I'm going to go into hard difficulty. I'm feeling brave. We're going to have no assists at all. We're going to run an elite, and we're going to keep it as immersive as possible. If you know me, I liked running Cockpit camps, so we're going to do that. And the game is running in... I don't even know what this does, if I'm honest with you. We'll keep that as is. I think we're on one of the highest graphic settings, but we'll find out later on. So let's go with that. We'll start on hard. We'll keep everything as normal, and yeah, let's see how it goes.
Previously, in Breaking Point.
Aiden, please tell us, how does it feel to be on the verge of getting behind the wheel for your very first race?
I feel like a little kid. I look around and I'm surrounded by my heroes.
And tell me about Casper Ackerman. How is that relationship coming along?
It wasn't my fault.
Well, whose fault was it then?
He tried to stop them from signing you. Didn't want to play babysitter. We all feel sorry for you, mate. You never stood a chance with him.
I had a call this morning from Christian Horner. You're being watched.
You know what his problem is, don't you? Thinks you're getting too old.
You want respect, you give respect. That's how it works.
How about you give me a little respect?
How about you earn it first? I'm done.
You what?
I'm retiring.
Why didn't it work out between you two?
He's on more money than me.
What? He didn't want me on the team.
Didn't I? And you thought I was past my best?
So none of this is true?
There's always gossip in the paddock. And ever since he's arrived, there's been one man at the center of it all. I want us to push for fourth. I want us to beat Butler. And I want that seat to go to you.
So Alfa Romeo potentially on track to really upset AlphaTauri here. Butler's closing in on Ackerman. Down the inside he goes, and they've hit each other. Butler into the barrier, and that looks to be the end of the race for him. The Dutchman looks to be continuing and...
It's great to see him still in this fight, Crofty.
Good return, Aiden. What about Casper?
We let Aiden pass.
Let Aiden pass.
We did it.
We did it. Have you seen the crash yet?
Butler's okay?
Bruised ego, perhaps.
Okay, so as you saw, we just had a nice recap of what happened in F1 21, the season 1 of Breaking Point, which I'm going to do a full run through in the most immersive point of view I can possibly make it. So if you want to watch that, then I'm going to leave it a link of the first video somewhere around somewhere. But yeah, for now, we're going to go straight into the chapter 1 of season 2, it looks like. And yeah, let's see what's going to happen here.
What was it like bringing a brand new team to the F1 grid?
You know, the first time you see a car, your car, with your branding, your name on it, in an official race, alongside Ferrari, McLaren, Mercedes, that's what it's all about.
You make it sound like a dream come true.
If only.
When did you first get a sense of what was in store for Connor Sport?
2022 season, straight out of the box. The drivers were always going to clash. That was a calculated risk. But the car... the car had problems.
We're midway through the Miami Grand Prix. It's been a cracking race so far, and it's all up for grabs.
Absolutely, Crofty. Some fantastic driving here today, especially, I have to say, from Aiden Jackson. I don't think I've ever seen the Connor Sport car being put through its paces quite like this.
This is a team, Connor Sport, that have got a lot to prove this season, but Jackson might just be the man to do it.
Okay, so it looks like we've got...
Okay, Aiden, nice job so far. Let's try and bring that gap down to the car ahead if you can.
So it looks like we've got a new team principal under Connor, who owns Connor Motorsport, which I did the launch for, actually, the car review of Naomi Shift. I don't know if you guys remember that. That was pretty sweet. Anyway, by the way, I'm using a track IR, so if anyone's wondering how I'm moving my head around, that's what I'm using. Any of you guys ever want to use that and not a VR headset, though I do recommend VR probably, it looks amazing, then I'll leave a link somewhere. But yeah, we're in the car, the Connor Sport cars, Aiden Jackson, forgot his name for a moment, and honestly, driving F1 23 is such a refreshing feeling to the game in comparison to what it's been in the past. It feels so much more, I get much more feedback from the car. I can like, literally, I don't mind driving the car and throwing it into the corners because I can feel the weight shifting. I can feel what it wants to do. Like there.
So easy.
Just, I felt the rear slip, caught it, kept on going. It's not too bad.
Okay, gap ahead is 1.5 seconds.
The first and second gear don't want to, don't want to just bring you off as quickly. So you can actually use second and third gear as well. Oh, so you can use second and third gear, but you do have to be careful under braking. If you get the wrong brake balance, diff, it can make a massive world of difference to the driving capabilities of the car. So it's something that you have to keep in mind for sure. But once you get it right, and once you find your comfort zone, which for me is about 55, 56, 57 brake balance, and 55 diff, something around there, it usually works out quite nicely. Now it's still in beta, so they could change quite a lot very quickly. The top end though of the car in terms of the gears, the speed is a bit iffy, I will admit. I think that needs rebalancing because it does top out very quickly, but otherwise everything else I am genuinely, I think a lot of people will be loving. But yeah, driving wise, just genuinely love this much more than I did. Also, for people are thinking, why is he driving in cockpit cam? It's because genuinely, I think cockpit cam is so underappreciated. What a send, by the way. It's so underappreciated because it just makes you feel so immersed. And oh my gosh, growing up, I always felt like this is how I want to drive the car. If I could. In elite settings, in cockpit cam, I'm gonna go down his inside here. That's how I always wanted to do it. Now you can see straight away, if you get comfortable with your braking, how late you can brake in comparison to the AI. So late. So late. Also, they do need to probably rework it. As I said, it is still in beta, so I think some things like the AI's braking needs a bit of work still, but otherwise, they're a lot more easier to fight. They're not as aggressive as they were last game. You can actually battle these guys quite easily. But at the moment, yeah, if you send it down the install, if you send it on late break, you're probably going to win that battle. But yeah, so far so good. The objective at the moment, though, is just to finish this race in one piece, it looks like. So let's see what happens once we get a few laps in. I'm not too sure how many laps we do need to do, though. Well, let's see what happens once we get a few laps in. Oh, the rear end just slipped out on me. I think I've already mentioned it, I'm not too sure, but you can feel the weight shifting from this car a lot easier than you used to be able to. Before, it was kind of like a guessing game, but now you can very much, I don't know, I'm on my fan attack and I can feel the car shifting from the left to right, or the weight shifting from the front to the back. Hold on, just keeping an eye on my braking point here. Was tempted to take Lando as well there. I had to just squeeze whoever I just overtook. That was Bottas. Squeeze him out of the way there. Right, here we go. Lando Norris. I don't think I can... Oh, can I? Yeah, why not? Dare to dream. Still made it. First gear for the rotation and to get the engine braking working my way. Thank you very much. Oh, the curb threw me out there. Lovely, not too bad. P9 at the moment. They've also reworked the display on my wheel, on the wheel, not my wheel, but you know what I'm saying, the wheel. And I don't know how I feel about it just yet. it's a lot easier to read in terms of information than before, but I don't know. I'm not the biggest fan of how it looks. I don't know why he's backed out of that. I don't know why he's backing out. What is he doing? Hello? Right, what was I saying? Sorry, I got distracted by one wild Lando trying to overtake. The displays has been reworked. I'm not too sure if I'm I'm gonna have to cut that. If I'm a massive fan just yet, because I didn't mind the last one, but this new one's a bit, I don't know. You let me know what you like, or if you don't like it. But there's some aspects I like. It's a lot easier to read, but that bottom bar is just kind of for me. I don't see the point in it. I prefer the more minimalistic look from the old ERS display. That's the only criticism that I have, I think, of this game thus far. That is the only thing. Otherwise, everything else is brilliant. I can't wait to drive at tracks like Vegas and Qatar, all the new stuff. The new Spain layout. Oh my gosh. I thought I was gone there, I'll be honest. I don't know how I caught that, but we'll take it. We'll take it. Right, let's just focus a little bit. I think I'm starting to lose focus. Need to just kind of get my head screwed on and go from there. But there we go. Right, I'm gonna have to actually do a rewind for the first time on this game. You can see what it's like. Nothing's changed here. Part of the video. Nothing's changed here. All still the same in terms of rewinds. Nothing's changed too much.
Car behind trailing us, 2.5 seconds.
But my brain has definitely started to go a little bit, so I just need to make sure I stay concentrating. Just need to finish this race. That's all it is. Finish the race. It might be my tires going. I'm not too sure, because it's a lot more difficult than it was before to stop the car, for sure. I think my tires are generally just going. So it might be tire degradation, to be fair. Definitely not skill issue. Definitely not skill issue. Right, we're good. We're just going to be a little bit more careful under the braking, because it seems like we've absolutely eaten these tires up a little.
I'm losing power! Why am I losing power? Copy that, we see it, we're looking into it. Okay, I'm afraid you're gonna have to retire the car, please, Aiden. Retire the car. You're joking! I'm sorry, Aiden. Pull over now, please. Pull over now. This is getting ridiculous.
And that's agonising for Jackson. Just a few laps left to go, and he's out of the Miami Grand Prix.
With every race, the car looks like a constant problem for Connor Sport. It must be devastating for the drivers.
Confirmation as the car comes to a halt. The Connor Sport's Aiden Jackson won't be seeing the checkered flag today, but it looks like his teammate will. Jackson's DNF puts Devon Butler in a position where he might just be able to secure some points for Connor Sport.
Aiden's out. Yep, engine problem, I'm afraid.
Good job you got me.
All right, Devon, don't push it too hard. We cannot risk losing both cars here.
It's in the bag, mate.
All okay, Aiden?
Yeah, how's Devon doing?
Yeah, he's doing all right, mate. He looks like he's going to bring home some points for the team.
Good for him.
All right. Well, I thought we were going to go to the end of the race, but apparently not. Out of the race in lap 10, 11 it was, and Devon Butler's our teammate, which is interesting. So, yeah, let's continue the story.
If it's not one thing, then it's another. Did you not see what happened out there today?
Aiden, I agree with you 100%. We are doing everything we can. I know the car is not perfect, but...
Andreo, it's every race. Do you know how I look losing easy points like this?
Knock, knock. Sounds like there's a right show going on in here. What am I missing?
Not now, Devon.
Aiden and I were just discussing issues with the car.
Again? I thought that was all in hand. I had no problems today. Smooth. You know what they say? A shoddy workman always blames his tools. mate. You can look at my setup data any time you want. I've told you that. It might help.
I've told you before, it's not a setup issue. The problem is...
Jackson, that was the problem with the 2022 season. Ask anyone. I mean, at the end of 21, everyone thought Aiden was going to be signed by one of the big three. But, guess they couldn't reach an agreement, so we both signed for Connorsport.
And do you think that affected Aiden?
That's no secret. Now, for that 22 season, Jackson was a nightmare.
Alright, end of chapter 1 it looks like, but it seems to be that there's going to be 2 seasons in this because Devon's talking about what happened last season, we're playing last season. Let me know what you think so far. We're going to start with the next chapter soon in the next video, but thoughts on it so far? Drop it down in the comments, leave a like and subscribe for now, and I'll see you very shortly.